George Masvidal versus Nate Diaz will be on June 1st. It's gonna be a huge fight, man. These guys are in a situation now where they're not super elite, but they still can bring a lot to the table when it comes to fighting. And some guys aren't just ground guys. A lot of these guys like to box too as well. And Nate Diaz and these guys, they fall into that category. And I think with not Nate Diaz being able to bring his fans and Masvidal to bring his excitement and his fans, it'll be a great event. I've actually heard that they've been looking to put some big names on the fight card, professional fighters. It doesn't matter, not just MMA boxers too. So professional boxers, champions. So I definitely feel like this card is going to be a loaded card. I don't know if they're still working through kinks on it, but from what I've seen, it's mostly done. But the focus is really Masvidal and Nate Diaz. We'll hear more about the other news later on, but I think they're doing an excellent job bringing things together right now. Because as you can see, it's not really easy to kind of go about things in a certain way, because this year a lot of fights is getting put together because of the backlog from the shutdown and so many things. It's the first year that everybody's going to get out and really have a full year of boxing. So it's taken a while to kind of get back to this point, but I definitely feel like the fans are going to get a lot of excitement that day, because we're going to have a big fight that day in Saudi Arabia earlier that day, and then later on we'll have Masvidal and Nate Diaz around that nighttime. So it should be a couple of hours an hour or two after the fight between Bitterbeef and Bibble is. So that'll probably be when that fight starts. But I really don't see it as a big deal, though. I feel like they're definitely bringing a lot to the table. It's not going to be some kind of just, exhibition that's kind of sour. I think it's definitely going to be a good fight. I think they're definitely going to do a lot in the fight. They're going to let their hands fly, especially. That's what it's all about, man. We just want to see some action. Everybody knows that Nate Diaz and Masvidal have aged a little bit, but it's not about how old they are or things like that. We just want to see people let their hands fly. That's what people don't realize. We just want to see certain boxers that we know, or MMA fighters, that are known for letting their hands fly. And that's what people don't realize. When you see a Mike Tyson or Jake Paul or these guys jump in the ring, people want to see how fast they can get into the action and how fast they can get a guy out the ring. That's all it's really about. Anything else really doesn't matter, from what I've seen. Anything else really don't matter, but I definitely see a lot of things going on, man. It's definitely starting to bring a lot to the table. A lot of stuff starting to get explained. But it's all good, though. We definitely going to find out what's the real and what's the fake behind all this. Because there's a lot of excuses for certain people. Because I know people going to start to question this fight. And I don't know, man. Like right now, it's most people that are questioning it, but most people are okay with it. They're not really losing their mind and trying to figure out why it's going this way. This fight is definitely going to be a big fight to me. This might be one of the last time these guys get in the ring or something. I don't know. I would guess not, because they fighters at heart, but I don't know. It could be a situation like that, man. Fighting is very dangerous, so every time they get in the ring, it's a possibility that they won't be able to do it again. So, yeah, you definitely got to treat this as a fight-to-fight basis. But I feel like Nate Diaz and all these guys, they kind of giving the fans what they want to see. Also, these guys should have got paid a lot more than what they've been getting paid. That's another thing about UFC. People say, yeah, we get the fights. But yeah, you get the fights, but guys are still fighting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor really doesn't have to fight no more. But that's a whole nother story. He's one of the only ones. That's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.